Namaste everyone, welcome back to Tomato Blues. I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to share how to make fail-safe Ulundhu Vadai or Medhu Vadai. Let's begin by washing 250 grams of good quality whole white urad dal 2 to 3 times or until the water runs clear. Once the water runs clear, drain all the water that you used for soaking and then add 6 cups of water to this washed urad dal and let it soak for 6 hours. I've also soaked for dosa batter simultaneously, so that's what you see in the screen. Once the dal has soaked, get your wet grinder ready by giving it a rinse, and then now we are going to place the soaked white urad dal in a colander and get rid of all the water that we used for soaking this. You can see in the video how the white urad dal looks after soaking. It is well hydrated and a little bit fluffy. Ulundhu Vadai or Medhu Vadai as such is a very simple recipe because it just calls for minimal ingredients. However, the trick lies in grinding the batter perfectly. Today I am grinding my whole batch of urad dal in one go because I have ground it in the wet grinder. To begin with, I add the soaked white urad dal to a rinsed wet grinder that is running. I have set my grinder to 16 minutes on the timer, but the total grinding time for this batch was only 12 minutes. Every 2 minutes once, I make sure that I stop the grinder, scrape down the sides so that I get evenly ground vadai batter. The quantity of water that I used for this batch of urad dal is a scant 1 cup, and I have used ice cold water. I always add water by the tablespoon only when the grinding stones find themselves difficult to move. This way you can prevent adding too much water. When you add too much water, there's always the chance that your vadai gets soggy. Now we are doing a consistency test. When your vadai batter has been ground to that buttery consistency, drop a blob of it into a bowl of chilled water. If it floats without disintegrating, that's your vadai batter and it's done. Once the vadai batter is done, I'm going to scrape it all up, or rather scoop it all up into a mixing bowl. Now, at this point, if you decide that you do not want to make the vadais instantly, then transfer this batter to a fridge-safe container and put it in the fridge. This will keep well for 2 days. Now, to the prepared vadai batter, we are adding curry leaves, green chilies, cumin seeds, ginger, and ground pepper, along with a generous dash of hing and salt. Be very gentle when you mix the batter and mix it so that all the seasonings are incorporated evenly into the vadai batter. Now that this is done, let's begin shaping our vadais. Personally, I've always found this method way easier than using a banana leaf or a polythene paper to shape my vadas. I begin by moistening my palm and my fingertips. I make sure that there is no water dripping from my fingertips. Now scoop up a small lemon-sized ball of the vadai batter into your palms. Roll it to get an even shaped circle, or rather a round, and then bring it forward to your fingertips and make a small hole in the middle after you flatten the ball of dough. Now gently drop it into the oil. That's all. You can watch it one more time if you want, just to make sure that you got the concept right. Now let's come to frying the vada part. For frying the vadas, the most important thing is the temperature of the oil. Heat up 500 ml of peanut oil. I prefer frying in peanut oil, especially South Indian goodies. So when the peanut oil has heated up to the right temperature, drop the vadas one by one and fry them in batches. You can easily fry up to 6 medium-sized vadas in 500 ml of heated up oil. To get perfectly cooked vadas, make sure that you do the following. Always maintain the temperature of the oil by placing it on medium heat. When you cook on very high heat, the vadas will not be cooked inside, and when you cook them on low heat, the vadas will become oily and soggy. Do not overcrowd the pan with too many vadas at once, because this again leads to uneven cooking. Finally, whenever you're frying vadas, make sure that you flip them every now and then to get an even crust and beautifully cooked fluffy inside. That's about it. When the vadas are done cooking, drain them on a kitchen towel. This batch of vadas, that is 5 to 6 vadas on medium heat, took me 6 to 7 minutes from the beginning to end to cook. That's it, friends. Perfectly done, crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside Medhu Vadas done. You can try this for the upcoming festivals and let me know how it went.